Hey everyone, welcome back. Thanks for joining me. I'm counting down all Led Zeppelin songs from 83 to number 1. I've done the first 60 or so. I'm now in the top 20. This video will concentrate on the teens, so 19 through 11. So without further ado, let's get right into it. Number 19, I have Trampled Underfoot. This is a super cool song with John Paul Jones going wild on the clavinet, that keyboard thing that Stevie Wonder uses in his hit Superstition, among others. It really bops along. It's catchy. Lyrics are funny. They compare a woman to parts of a car, driving a car, and it was inspired from Robert Johnson's Terraplane Blues. Great song off of Physical Graffiti. Number 18, I have Misty Mountain Hop. This is a hypnotic song off of the 4th album. When I first heard the song, I was like, is this real? It's so weird. It didn't sound like a real song, at least not any heavy metal or Led Zeppelin song that I was used to. It's so strange sounding. Plants is monotone delivery. It's just plain strange. I've never heard anything like it before. It all seems to me like a precursor to like System of a Down, and how they use like those different Armenian rhythms that they bring into their songs. But again, Led Zeppelin always did this kind of thing. They were always using Indian rhythms and mixed with the blues and honky tonk. So no surprise that they would try something like this. It just sounds different, but it is catchy. John Paul Jones's keyboards sound almost childlike, but it's really, really cool. Makes for a great combination. 17 is Over the Hills and Far Away. And when you hear this song for the first time, at least I think so, it seems instantly familiar, like you've heard it 100 times before. Like, oh, this song, but you've never heard it. It just is that familiar sounding and catchy. So starts out acoustic, then wallops you with that big power classic Led Zeppelin song, great in concert. Number 16 is All My Love. Now I know there are people out there who hate this song. It's too soft for Led Zeppelin, but it's too obvious or simplistic. But I really like it. It's a beautiful song. It's well done, and I don't get tired of hearing it. I've heard Page didn't really like it either, but they played it on their 1980 tour, so how bad could it be? It must have been okay, and I think the crowd liked it, and you hear it on the radio, so it's a good song. I like listening to it. And it's my top 16. So number 15 is Ramble On. I really grew to like the song even more after they performed it at the reunion show at the O2. I always liked it, but hearing it live, and they didn't play this one live too much, but hearing it live again really made me concentrate more on it and brought something out of it. It's optimistic and catchy. It's got different layers to it. It's a different sounding song. The acoustic guitar, electric guitar, the beautiful floating bass part that just floats along from John Paul Jones. So great song. They also covered this one with the Foo Fighters recently, a few years ago. So that's a great video if you want to check that one out on YouTube. All right, 14, I have Black Dog. It's a great song, isn't it? It's just a great song. Great intro. Great sexy lyrics. I mean, maybe the most sexy of all Led Zeppelin songs, and they have a lot of them. The crazy, weird time signatures, which I like when they do that kind of thing. I guess it's some 5/4 time, and then but Bonham is playing a 4/4 or something. I'm not a musician, but I know it sounds awkward, and you think they're growing apart. This is not gonna fit together. But then it all syncs up again at a later part. So it sounds really cool, and it just sounds different than other songs. So I think this is high on everyone's list. It's almost always performed in concert. Just a great classic Led Zeppelin song. 13. What is and what should never be. I heard an interview recently where John Paul Jones said this is one of his favorite songs, which I thought was enlightening. It's really cool. I remember hearing it when I was younger and really getting into the light and shade of it. Like the silence and the crunching guitars and the pregnant pauses, the switching back and forth between right and left speakers. It's just a great song. Okay, number 12, Whole Lotta Love. It's hard to know what to say about this song because it's just a classic song, one of their most famous songs. It's like Stairway. It's hard to rank this one. I love the riff, I love the lyrics, the attitude. If I had to nitpick, I'd say the middle section is I don't know if it really holds up. It's too long. I'm sure it sounded experimental and far out in 1970, but what was avant-garde then just seems a little over, a little hackneyed now or something. It just doesn't hold up as well, but it's a great riff, great song. I still love listening to it for sure. All right, 11 is Kashmir. Really getting to some classics now. Obviously, everyone loves Kashmir as well. Seems to be one of those. It's one of the band's favorite songs as well. They always play this one in concert. I think they said they had to play this one at the O2 reunion show. Plant came up with the spirit of this song while in Morocco, but Kashmir is actually in like the Pakistan, India border area in the Himalayan mountains. They used session players on this song to give it that Middle Eastern feel, and obviously, again, what more can you say? It's just a great groove, great hypnotic song. It just doesn't quite make my top 10, which I'll talk about in the next video, so I'll end it here at 11. And please tune in for my top 10 Led Zeppelin songs. Thanks for watching.